as they go. A sound like this. In my desperation, I always attempt to piece them back together. I kneel and search for the missing fragments of myself, but they are never there. Maybe the wind takes them somewhere out of my reach, and that makes me sad. So sad, I put my hands where my eyes should be, and I borrow my fingers, and I take it out. I take everything out. Every little piece that remains, harder, furiously, and wallowing in sorrow. I pray to whoever's listening to give back what's mine, to not make me lose more than I've already lost. I don't want to waste my time and search for more than I care for, yet no one delivers. No one is listening, and so I weep invisible tears until I can feel the sorrow no more. Hey, have you ever strained yourself so hard to see what you want to see that you end up blinding yourself to all? Have you? These eyes, are these my eyes? Is that so? Then, how do you think my eyes, when our gazes finally meet, what will you find? Answer me. They look empty. That may be so. The eyes are the window to the soul. That's what someone told me. Long ago, they said that the soul was holy, bright, beautiful. Every person has one, both the good and the evil. But that person said I was the exception, that something like me couldn't possibly own something so holy, so bright, so beautiful. They looked inside of me, took a deep breath, and announced their conclusion with great fatigue. Their eyes that could see it all, couldn't find anything in there. I'm sure that if you were to cut me apart, not even blood would flow out, even if I felt it sometimes crawling through my veins. Maybe that's why I've never seen myself before. Because I'm empty. But isn't that something to be grateful for? Because if I were to look and find nothing there, then surely I would feel disappointed. By not looking, I can ease myself of that pain. So maybe this is for the best. I can't remember who was the first to recite these words to me, nor the second, nor the third, nor the several others who came after. The only thing I remember is that they looked as empty as I did to them. Sometimes, just sometimes, an urge swells inside of me. The urge to be seen. So I search hard for a door that's open, for an entryway covered in darkness, and for someone to be at the other end, awake, as if expecting me. But you won't look at me, even though you had your door open for visitors. Why is that? Are you afraid? Do I scare you? No, that can't be it. We have been chatting for so long. You haven't chased me out. That means you welcome me, so I'm certain that if I were to reach out my hand, you would reciprocate and grasp it. I'm sure your hands are warm, so very warm, because people are always warm. Hey, how do my hands look when my warmth finally meets yours? How will it feel? Answer me. They look tired. That may be so. These fingers of mine have touched so many things. They are always stretching forwards, reaching out for something. The tip of my fingers dance over the surfaces that I travel, and their sensations reach the core of my brain, be it the softness of the first spring flowers, or the roughness of a wall made out of rubbish, caressing, grabbing, clawing. No matter the time of day, no matter if I'm awake or asleep, as if they had a mind of their own. Even now, they clutch onto the fabric of your bed sheets. They like how these thousands of threads intertwine with each other. The rustle of fabric against fabric, of skin against skin is irresistible. They want more. They want to feel closer, to have it between them and around them, more and more and more. Sometimes, however, they can't reach as far as they'd like. That's when I lend a hand. I take over and stretch, 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 and they grow. Maybe just the length of a fingernail every time, but they grow. Just so they can reach out, clutch what they want, and then throw it aside, discarded, and forgotten. That's why they are tired, because they never stop seeking, and most likely never will. Hey, have you ever stretched your fingers to grab a hold of something important, only to learn that it's been long out of your grasp? Have you? These hands, are these my hands? Is that so? Then, how do my hands look when my warmth finally meets yours? How will it feel? Answer me. They look deceitful. That may be so. These hands of mine tend to squirm into places I could never imagine, be it tiny holes in the walls, housing arachnids of all sizes, or the pockets of midnight walkers strolling the parks that sometimes serve me as home. These fingers squirm in and drag out what they find, so now I carry all sorts of trinkets with me. Keys, peeping gadgets, notes with love poems in them, the corpse of one or two insects, eventually eaten away by those who come take their place. I keep everything with me, regardless of their use. But sometimes I feel bad, because maybe it was something important person I took them from could be distraught, their happiness shattered, their lives ended. So I consider maybe dropping them somewhere in the park. But what if I need them? What if the keys can one day open the door I want? What if the poems help me befriend a new partner? What if arachnids serve me as unlikely sustenance? There are too many ifs. But I'm also too afraid to find out the truth. So I let them stay with me, slowly becoming a part of me, helping me grow. I've grown so much. I had to lower my head when entering your room. These fingers won't stop, squirming and coiling around everything they feel. And I can only hope they merely take what they need. I would be saddened if my body grew too much, because I wouldn't get to enter rooms like yours anymore. Hey, have you ever attempted to help yourself grow by mercilessly taking away from someone else? Have you? These hands, person, they were not good at it either. And thinking back on it, they certainly didn't enjoy it. To teach a wordless being how to talk must be a challenge. Yet, they did, simply because they could. It is weird to remember, because it makes me think of why I want to be seen, and I am not. Sure, I don't care much for my appearance. I don't want to be judged. But if that were it, I could easily stay out of sight. So why is it? Why do I want someone to recognize me so much? Maybe it's only because I can. Surprise? No. You say it is, so it must be true. But what I'm feeling right now, what I'm experiencing, it's not the same as those who've seen me. As if their surprise was something different from mine. Hey, have you ever acted surprised? Not because you are, but because you believe that's how you must feel. Have you? This expression, is this my expression? Is that so? What does my expression look like when that veil of uncertainty finally disappears? What will we convey to each other? Answer me. An emotionless stare. That may be so. Expressions are difficult. They require one's face to contort in many different ways. I am not capable of that. Everything about me is stiff. From the way I walk, to the way I talk, to the way I feel. It is something I noticed long ago. I may hurt and I may grow, but I do not change, not in the way other people do. People interact with each other. They form connections. They experience thrills. A person becomes someone different with each passing second, turning old and perishing. However, I don't think I'm capable of any of those things. My journey began long ago, longer than any person has ever journeyed. And in my life, I have seen others born and die, born and die. A person's existence is so fleeting, and yet so many things happen to them, so many worthwhile memories. It is something I lack. Were I to write a book, I could not fill a single page. It's not for the lack of memories, but rather because these memories mean nothing to me, save for a minuscule number. They are all the same, blending with each other into a mottled gray, lacking the meaning people often give to that which they care about. Perhaps if someone else had lived what I had, they would see meaning. They would treasure it, but I cannot. No matter how I try, I can't see any worth in what I do, and by extension, in what I am. I want for someone to tell me how I look, yet I don't see that as important. No one but me would care, so why should I care? But that doesn't mean I have never felt. I feel things, joy, sorrow, fear. I am always feeling, and right now, I am feeling strongly. It's here, in my pulsating skin. You say my expression is emotionless, that it shows nothing, and if you say so, it must be true. But soon you will see something, because what I'm feeling is not nothing. Hey, have you ever masked yourself with indifference, only to hide the overwhelming emotions hiding beneath? Have you? This expression, is this my expression? I see. Thank you. You have truly helped me tonight. These are my eyes. These are my hands. And this is my expression. I consider these my most treasured features, and you have helped me picture them all. No one has done this for me. I feel a connection with you, one born out of honest gratitude. But there's one step left. You need to make